After nearly 8 years in office, Easthampton Mayor LaChapelle announced she's stepping down as the city's mayor and stepping into a new role as commissioner of the Department of Conservation and Recreation.
Western Mass News reporter Addie Patterson joins us live outside Easthampton City Hall after catching up with the mayor this afternoon. Addie.
Chris and Amanda, Mayor LaChapelle tells me she's excited to begin her new role as DCR commissioner, which she will officially begin on July 21st. Governor Maura Healey announcing that LaChapelle's new role as commissioner yesterday. LaChapelle has served as mayor of Easthampton since 2018. During her time as mayor, she's helped Easthampton leverage record-level grant funding to promote new affordable housing, protected green spaces, and strengthened infrastructure throughout the city. As DCR commissioner, she'll help manage state parks and oversee close to 500,000 acres of Massachusetts' natural, cultural, and recreational resources. Earlier this afternoon, I spoke with Mayor LaChapelle. She tells us what led her to this new position.
I've watched just DCR, literally walking out my front door, looking at Mount Tom every day. It overlaps so much with what mayors do. It really spoke to me. And to be able to bring what I've learned as a mayor to statewide department is really exciting.
Mayor LaChapelle also adds she'll miss many things about her role as mayor of Easthampton, but most importantly, the residents who made her job special every day. Now, coming up here later tonight on Western Mass News at 10 and 11, I'll have more from my interview with Mayor LaChapelle, as well as more on what she hopes for the city of Easthampton in the future. For now, reporting live in Easthampton, Addie Patterson for Western Mass News.